Okay, no worries. And they have a hook support player as well, Hook Me Amadeus. Will be interesting to see if they're gonna play something like Blitzcrank, maybe Nautilus Thresh, like try to get the early pressure, maybe get the roams in, as opposed to the usual Enchanter or Mage that we have seen in the more recent games.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would look towards with the turtles.
Okay, I think draft started Draven ban right off the bat. Oh damn. Strong start coming in.
Phoenix has played a lot of Draven games, like it's most played by far. Like all his other champions don't have as many games combined as the Draven, so that seems something they don't want to play against.
Okay, let me
Thresh,
say.
Thresh taking the Thresh away from Hook Me.
As you said, Lee Sin being banned here as maybe Jarvan coming in as well. Getting those early junglers out of the way. Evelyn is a surprising ban, honestly. Like, don't think I have seen much Evelyn in competitive play at least.
It's a very niche pick. Like you're going for extremely pick comp, and you go for like AD mid style champions. Like every single lane wants to snowball. I don't think it's a good unless the opponent is like a one trick, but I don't
Doubt
see
that's the
that.
case.
Then I don't actually see the Evelyn in the OPGG, so that
Akali
might be
first
like
pick.
a.
Oh, I mean the last time they played it mid, but man, that's bold.
It's actually quite interesting because when you pick Akali first, right? If you go Orianna or Syndra in response, even though they're both good picks, then it also comes down to like the jungle pick you pick, and if you can play through the 2v2. Because, for example, if Tenacity goes for something like Jarvan or Wukong right now, they can use the Akali really aggressively in the mid lane to look for kills onto the Orianna. So Orianna would have to be paired with something like Wukong or Nocturne, probably like Wukong, because Akali is too mobile for the Jarvan.
Yeah. Okay, we see the Jarvan being hovered and Vayne being locked blindly. That is, I mean, respect.
That's bold, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if they're really good at Vayne and they think it's like a really comfort pick for them, but draft-wise, it's very exploitable. Like you go Jarvan, enemy has Turtles has two immobile carries that you can lock down, and then you just build more damage around it on the Tenacity side. So going for the Jarvan is very logical here. I would have much rather had Turtles go like Orianna Wukong, and then maybe Jarvan something else comes out on the 2-3.
Yeah, Ash. I mean, Ash is not the pick I was hoping for here. Like, I thought they were gonna be like really long range poke type of stuff in the bot lane, but guess not. They're kind of taking the fist fight.
I think Ashe is fairly strong. With the E, you can jungle track fairly safe lane, can pair it with a lot of supports.
Yeah, but
Not many bad matchups.
I mean, question comes down to like, how does it pair into Vayne, right? And what is the supports you need to make it happen?
Yeah, Rakan is already banned. They take the Braum out, don't want any more disengage. I think something really good still is Nautilus here for both sides because Nautilus can lock down the Vayne with the ulti and the Q. Also, Nautilus can lock down the Akali with point and click CC, also the Ashe. So Nautilus, I feel like either it should be picked on 4 by red side or banned uh,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps by Tenacity. It's a really strong pick here. And also Braum ban can signal that they want to take the Nautilus on 4 because Braum is fairly good into Nautilus, so
And there's
you
the
would
man,
expect.
but on the
Okay,
on the on the wrong side, I believe.
I'm not sure what they plan on with it, because if you ban Braum, you want to take Nautilus, so blue side should ban the Nautilus, but if you ban the Nautilus yourself, maybe go for like a Lulu with the Sejuani jungle, which is fine, I suppose.
There's the
Like
Orn ban. Interesting. Hence the Braum ban, I guess, but I mean, fair play, I think.
Ornn is, yeah, really strong, just more engaged against like Ashe and Akali. And when you already have the Sejuani, Ori, Vayne, like Turtle's team fight is really strong, so just take like really easy picks away from them.
Do we see a Galio support? Holy. They're cooking. The kitchen might be on fire, but they're still cooking.
Yeah, that looks like a Galio support, because Galio can't go elsewhere.
The question rather becomes like, is there too much AP? Because like Vayne doesn't deal that much AD damage directly, but is rather more on like this mix side of true damage and AD. And Galio, Seju, Orianna make it quite simple to itemize towards them.
That's true, but Tenacity doesn't have anyone really building a lot of resistances. If they had like a tank that could itemize tank, then going like magic resist would make a lot of sense and make the more AP oriented draft worse.
I
But
mean,
right
Nar goes
now,
Wit's End. Javan goes literally anything, really. I don't know what Javan builds, but Javan can go anything. And we see Yasuo being pulled out as the AD damage stop. Okay. That is Yasuo versus Nar top. Okay, I take it, I take it. Or unless it's Vayne top. Though I highly doubt. And it would be
no,
Yasuo bot.
I doubt it. Yeah. Otherwise, they would have to play like Galio, Yasuo, bot.
Which doesn't
I don't
sound too
know.
bad.
I don't know if they're cooking that much.
I mean, at this point, you have to cook now.
Yeah, but it's like you don't want to cook unless there's a good angle or like you need to, because Yasuo into Gnar is a decent matchup. You can still play the Vayne bottom. You don't really need to like force, but we'll see in a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Also, Nar is something like that is usually competitively viable, but I think it's really hard to pull off. So I'm really intrigued to see how this one will go.
Playing around Gnar ultimate is, or rather Mega Gnar is quite difficult, because you actually have to time it with the time you fight, because if you fight too early or too late, then Gnar loses a lot of value. But I think we can already see the Yasuo going top, so they're not cooking too hard.
Yeah. I kind of wish they did though. But then again, Vayne into Nar is like not that advantageous. I mean, I would understand if, let's say, the enemy was something like, what is neutral pick, like Darius or something. Then it would make sense. But Nar can just trade back, and that's that. Maybe they were like prepared with the Vayne flex pick from the get go, and still like decided to not go through with it.
Possibly. I'm not sure still, like obviously they went for the Vayne early. Like I would have much rather had like a jungler come out there, and then you have more versatility with the 3 pick and can still blind something on 4, and then seeing them ban Nautilus themselves as opposed to looking for the Nautilus on 4, for example. Like I don't think Galio uh, is that great. Like Nautilus with the point and click CC, with the ult, with the hook, often is easier to play. Like the Galio, obviously, in a team fight, like wombo combo style is really strong, but it takes more coordination as opposed to Nautilus just pressing R and everyone just follows on it.
Mm-hmm.
The only idea I see with Galio is that when like Seju or even Yasuo, if they were planning that, like if either of those goes in, you have the Oriana ball, and then Ashe is really immobile. So if you can get someone crash the back line, have the Galio ult, you basically throw everyone on top of each other, then Ashe suddenly doesn't like to play the game or cannot play the game. So
But then
I
it
can see.
requires like everyone to just throw abilities at enemy's general direction, which usually doesn't make a great game plan.
It depends. As we saw last game, right, with the Nocturne Nico, Camille,
Oh yeah.
sometimes it can be like, okay, it should in theory be like kiteable or be like outplayable or even like the Tom Kench R and you can deny the back to front. But then when someone makes like a mistake and mispositions, then suddenly like just pressing R on someone becomes really easy to play. Whereas like positioning with Ash or like auto spacing with Ash might be more difficult than like Sejuani just pressing R in his general direction.
I want to
It's
boom
like,
here, boom.
yeah, it's like you have a shotgun and just like aim in the direction and hope like the spread
Yeah.
gets the target. Because in this case, like as we spoke before, Tenacity has won their games, Turtles has lost their games. But looking at this draft, like Tenacity probably has a slightly more difficult draft to execute because they actually need the leads and they need to play their fights in a way a lot better. Whereas like Turtles has a very just team fight heavy. Like if you're even or if you don't fall too far behind, then just pressing your ultimates and playing the fights out in the most logical way uh, is pretty strong for them. So we'll have to see how it works out.
I think the problem with Galio support in general is that, like, as a Galio, you don't want to be on top of your teammates when you ult, right? So that you make the maximum out of your ultimate. That requires you to side lane. But as a Galio support, you don't get the required gold to side lane to begin with. So like, it becomes a dilemma whether you take somebody with you to the side lane, and that person cannot participate in a team fight, or you just everyone hangs out in the mid lane, and Galio doesn't make the most out of his ultimate.
I think Galio support, I mean, you're playing more towards picks because when, for example, opposing team wants to side lane with, let's say, Nar or Akali, and you have someone like Yasuo or Oriana in the side lane, then when you have a semi-global, regardless of what the semi-global is, like you can have Galio, TF, you can have Nocturne, whoever it is that has like a semi-global, you can shut down the split push with the pick potential and you also can use them in fights. Like let's say Jarvan or Kali dive onto the Orianna or Vayne, you can ult on top of your backline. You don't have to ult on top of your divers or your engagers to the enemy backline or even uh, front to back if you play that. But you have quite a few different ways you can play with the Galio.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't seen Galio support in a while and I haven't seen it blind. Like it used to be played against at least in competitive it used to be played against like Nautilus, Alistar, Braum, certain like melee champions that want to dive or rather like engage onto you or for example in case of Alistar or Braum if they're blocking access to enemy backline then ulting on top of them as opposed to going through like an Alistar Braum becomes much easier. So that's how it used to be utilized in like pro play. But here, uh, blind picking it. I feel like they just wanted some like wombo combo and easy to execute team fights. At least that would be my assumption.
Mm-hmm. All right. And now we have gotten finally into the game itself. Don't think any of the teams will try to do anything besides 5-point. Yeah, they don't have none of them have like really good level 1. Like I guess turtles have just a little bit better level 1, but even then it's just not worth it.
Yeah, both level 1s are good when enemy walks into you, but nobody wants to invade or walk into the enemy, so I think 5-pointing just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean I don't see any particularly weird runes. I think I've seen like quite a few Orianas going first strike over Airy, but I think either is fine. I would personally go first strike here just because you are outranging Akali quite frequently as an Orianna. The rest seems optimal.
We see a leash in the bot lane though. We haven't seen a lot of leashes.
Yeah.
Usually see jungler starting solo and then laners going to lane to get the early agency there, get the control of the wave.
I think the general idea behind it right now is that Vayne Galio just can't poke out or zone out Ashe Milio anyway. So they might as well just help the jungler out and get into lane anyway, like safely. There is no downside.
Yeah, possibly. I was just looking actually at like Milio going Ares spell divs, which would assume they would want to like poke and play certain style as opposed to going like Guardian Relic where you just scale. Because Ashe is still a lane bully, like you can still use the W aggressively, take extended fights. So them giving up the early prio for the leash and now playing from like a more even position as opposed to playing from like a pushing position.
Okay, Sejuani is already here. That was fast.
Seju has done 3 camps and he has nothing on the bot side from the opposing jungle to take those, so he's gonna fall behind in tempo.
Yeah, also Jarvan already took red, I believe. Not entirely
I
sure.
think
No.
no, he took his own red and then passed the top side. Seju just missed some of the, or
Okay.
rather skipped.
But you do find each other, and here Jarvan just gets the EQ down and just tries to jump out. There is nothing to win.
Yeah, Yasuo has prio, so he can't take the fight actually.
Yeah. I'm surprised
Galio
how much.
helps get the prio.
Surprised how much Hikoge has gotten HP over I Want Leash. That's kind of nasty considering the ranges.
Something we have seen in different games though is like the jungle pathing, because I feel like they have been suboptimal in some of the games. Like last game with the Punishers ganking topside multiple times. Now we have a fight.
Yeah,
Akali going again.
no, we have an extended trade, is what we call them.
That's fair.
We trade till death, not a fight.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, but I mean, top laners are just getting angry at each other.
He got the flash out though. Like Jarvan can look to punish that.
And Jarvan is
Might look
looking
to
for the
punish.
Silent Leash here, and can Moppa just end the kill right here and now? No!
Ooh.
No, and he looks for it!
Kill. Dies to that.
No, he did the thing! Oh god. Again,
That-
like the same moment, like last game, right? It's like the moment you got the flash, you don't need to do anything anymore. I mean, I'm pretty certain like Jarvan would die either way. Just not worth it to follow up on it.
Yeah. Like he took 2 turret shots. Orianna was already forced out, so he has to back. Doesn't have TP and doesn't have flash, and then Jarvan just flashes after, gives a kill for free.
Okay, but Akali is level 6, Hikoge goes in and gonna end Sejuani. That is close, the flash comes out and he's still going for it. Oh damn, Seju flashes out. But nobody ends up dying. I do think they have a decent chance of getting that dragon. It's a little bit sketchy without the smite. Oh, they had smite, no man. Love it. But yeah, that's surprising considering what just went down in mid before.
I don't know if Orianna was 6 there actually, because he fell behind in XP a little bit, then Akali was 6 and could threaten the Seju. Seju was trying to like kind of do dragon without having the proper prio in mid and bot, so enemy had like first prio on the move. Not sure that was a good play by Turtles trying to go for the dragon in that situation, but well punished by Akali there. I don't like, obviously you can try to go for the flash, trying to pick up the kill, but sometimes like keeping the flash and burning opponents and just playing for the waves and playing for the objective may be better.
Okay, and Galio now gets the jump onto both bot laners as Voroxer gets a little bit chunked down. Ictis as well, making it out alive still, and now Voroxer gives chase, ends up using the flash, maybe getting the kill as well, but nah, nothing more happens. As just both trade summoners and that's it.
We could actually see the strength of Ashe in extended trades. Once he gets the Q off and Milia can give him the W, like when they don't burst the first target, then Ashe and Milia kite back and then try to turn, but there the Turtles wave came in, and once they lost, Ashe lost vision, then couldn't chase there, had to flash back.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, Ashe is just really strong, especially with the Milio, has the upper range advantage. Does have the attack speed, the movement speed, everything you need, really. If Milia sticks around and still saves the Q to make Galio disengage forcefully, then, you know, Ashe just can play around that and infinitely poke. Because, you know, I mean, she just, like, is faster due to the passive. She put some Vayne. Can just, like, step in and out of that little range that she has. Okay. Do we see another pick coming down here?
Now.
Don't hit! Galio gets it on. Hopkenheim just doesn't really get that range onto the Voroxer here. And has to just settle with the scuttle.
Yeah, Ashe hadn't backed there, so he was overextended. Turtles bot lane could fight that, or look for the fight rather. Seju was maybe slightly disconnected with the Gallia, like the Gallia re-engage, while Seju was still doing scuttle and not ready to like ult immediately. In the meanwhile, Jarvan picked up the Herald though.
Oh no, look at Hopkenheim. He's coming. He knows. But he's been on top of the water this whole time. And it absolutely results to nothing. Now it's a back timer for the Tenacity bot lane.
I think Turtles could have looked to freeze the wave there and just deny, but maybe they want to crash the wave and get the back in themselves for the dragon perhaps.
That Milia pick into Galio is just disgusting. Now we see the top lane extend the trade once more. Just every trade is with an intent of kill.
The thing is, Jarvan is pathing bot side. Vayne and Gallia haven't backed. Ashe should have the arrow, so they
And
can set
Moppa's gonna
something
have a
up
jump
bottom.
over them just in a second. But there is nothing to follow up. Ashe arrow right in between them. Nothing to hit there.
Maybe they should have just looked to collapse on the Gallia. Jarvan had everything, Ashe had everything.
I mean, they
think
got
Gallia should
Vayne
get out
flash.
there.
So.
That's fair, okay, yeah.
Okay, but now Hikog is just relentless with the chase. And the jump from Jarvan goes on. Moppo gets the double kill as everyone makes it out alive. Oh, damn.
That was really good aggro juggling there as well. First, I think Millia took aggro for a moment, and Ashe took the aggro, and they just juggled that really well with the shields as well. Very difficult to trade back.
And they try to take the dragon as well.
Yeah, they can. Sorry, Orianna TP'd back, but they still have huge tempo advantage on those plays.
Yeah, I mean the wave is crashing on the bot side as well, right? It's so they come back and still make it for the next wave without any major consequences. I think one of the things that enabled the dragon right now was the mid lane exchange, right? It's otherwise if Orianna was in a decent health, it would be really difficult to do. What? Okay, Mr. Hook, we just decided to use the flash that way. Anyway, Hopkenheim did hit the ultimate, but no follow-up whatsoever landed onto Hikoge there.
Akali very slippery with the flash in the shroud, very difficult to lock down. That's why, for example, like I spoke about the Nautilus before, when you can just press R and Q and auto attack, everything is kind of point and click when you hit the first CC, or even the ult is point and click, as opposed to actually having to land stuff and like chase them around the shroud or something. It's more difficult.
Okay, Hikoge is going for it, and again, Ivan Leash is in a situation where, I mean, she didn't want to be, but it turns out that Hukmi was there to help it out, and now Akali has to flash out instead.
I think he flashed before he ulted out there, but still.
Okay.
There's a lot of trading in the mid lane. Akali can play really aggressive here.
Okay, but the missed Q just maybe gave up the kill opportunity. Wait, that's... Okay, never mind.
They must have used the Rift Herald before on bot lane, before
Yeah,
the
they
dragon
used, I
once they
saw.
got the 2 kills, yeah, okay. Because they can snowball really well if they want to, Tenacity side. Like they want to force the tier 1 bottom, then swap the bottom lane out of it, and then keep snowballing the game through that. It's become a really good opportunity for them now.
Honestly, I'm really impressed with Tenacity's overall gameplay, because they have like done exactly one like important play in terms of the tower dive they did, and still at this point they're almost like 2k ahead, straight just from objectives on farm. Like that's impressive.
Farm and plates, yeah, very clean. Like not forcing anything, just playing slow and controlled.
Okay. Ivan Leash is coming bot lane. Why the camera does pan away always? Like every single time there's about to be action, it just goes top lane.
I don't think Orianna had. Maybe his ult was just coming up as he roamed.
Might have been. And the first turret goes down after the plates, however. So the last plate was left untaken.
That's a 2.5k gold lead though, and now Ashe and Millia can choose. They can go mid lane, play for the Rift, or they can swap top lane, play for the top tier 1 and Rift, and then later use the Rift to break mid tier 1. So they have a lot of options here. As we see fighting in the... Okay, no fighting, just disengage.
Oh! Getting the CC chained. Moppo is there to cover it, but nothing gonna happen. And Hookme is in the right position at the right time, getting the double down off. Phoenix tries to follow up on it, but there's just simply is too much of a gold difference, and Vorax just turns it around with almost infinite range, does get the kill, and that is just sad, because I feel like Hookme was at the right place at the right time, but they just were too behind to make anything happen.
Yeah, the 2v2, both have Grakens, but the Sheen advantage, Milio flashing out of it, the ult and the W just gives so much range. Very difficult for Vayne to play and even
Okay,
die.
Moppo just finds the EQ, but that's... Wait. Yeah, the ultimate. Huh?
I don't think they need to force that. Drake is coming up, they got the tier 1, play for the objectives. I feel like it's quite, like, control play for them, by them, rather.
Does make sense. Oh, damn. That is okay, and as the 16th minute mark approaches, or rather 17th, they are getting the dragon, the third dragon even, and it's getting soul point. So, we are possibly looking at like 22nd minute soul, something like that.
Yeah, that's very early that they can play for that.
I think the earliest we saw today was 24th in the Beasts match, I believe. Okay, the flash comes in from Scordian. He does get Ganix down. That's the first top lane kill. Also the solo bolo. Very nasty.
That's the second time we see the Gnar put the Yasuo into the wall. The first time he didn't get a lot of damage
same
down,
spot,
but
by the
now
way.
with the Trinity, yeah, exact. Now with the Trinity, he has a lot of damage. Because Yasuo going for the static, he has prio, but he doesn't have as much like just 1v1 dueling power. Has to wait out the Mega Gnar and then try to like take short trades perhaps.
I do think like Gnar is one of the hardest like first item spikers in the game. Like that spike feels insane. So I'm
That's
really
true.
fearful. Usually when Gnar just comes back with a full item, it just damn, it demolishes.
Carl is saying top diff in the chat. That's fair to say now.
Oh damn, and now the top diff is just coming right back with the missed ultimate. The Ash arrow comes along, and there is just no getting to score there. Never mind.
Well, he gets out. I mean, Gallia is putting a lot of resources to ganking that top side now.
Yeah, I think it's more of a matter that, like, where else would you be as a Galio? Like, they tried mid, nothing happened. Okay, Moppo getting the jump onto Ganix here, and no kill as Ganix flashes out.
Has to flash out, but now Gnar has full prio on the top side, can pressure the tier 1 top. Because what Tenacity wants to do is get the outer ring down and then either start invading Turtle's jungle or wait for the neutrals and play on top of those.
By the way, in this game, do you reckon Gnar gets like Hullbreaker?
He could, yeah. He could play side lane.
Because like the whole idea of the enemy comp is to stay together, right? So might as well just go for the side lane plays. Ooh, that hurts.
That's a lot of damage. Looks like they're trying to maybe shut down the Gnar though. A lot of people moving top side, as we can see on the minimap.
I think it's more about the Herald, no? Like, Gnar is just a side product. Oh wait, that's Baron, never mind.
Yeah, the Baron is coming up next.
And Hopkins gets like at least one camp off of it, maybe even 2. It's gonna be close one though. As Mopo gets close enough to maybe distract and disturb. So Ashe has ultimate still, like Warwick's can go for it. But nah, they don't use it. Didn't spot them in time. As Mopo goes for the wolves.
Imagine if he got slammed into the wall there.
Like that.
Just keeps getting caught with the same trick over and over.
He didn't get caught this time though. He didn't actually get stunned.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess you could look at this way, that Nar has like a 2-part CC, which is disgusting in its own right. You have displacement and the stun on top of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, and now the chase begins as Nard just not letting Gunnix go here, and the Trinity shows its fangs as Gunnix goes down 300 cold into the bucket of Skord.
Top diff confirmed. Nar has TP for the dragon as well, which is what Tenacity is setting up for, and looks like Turtles want to contest, but I don't think they can with that sort of setup.
Okay, Mopo jumps on to Hofgenheim, that does get the stun, but nothing more. The DP comes in, Hikoge is alone in the enemy territory, but gets out safely, though has to use the ultimate.
Nar is TP'd in as well. Akali still has TP.
I mean, they're trying to secure the dragon.
Yeah. Trying to get the soul. I don't think they can contest either. Yasuo can't join, like 4v4, Akali can still TP in, and if they lose the fight then that's Baron. Just have to give up the soul.
That's ooh, but the ultimate got him in from Scordy, and the Ash Shadow coming to absolutely help it up. I've Unleashed tries to get to like remedy this with just using the ultimate, but I don't think there is any escape as they get taken apart one by one. They might be a little bit too far to go for the Baron, but I think they're still gonna attempt it. And
maybe push mid and bot, and then set up
possibly.
Baron.
I mean, Scordy backed, so maybe they're still keeping the Baron idea alive.
No, they definitely need to play for the Baron, but just not go for it straight away, because when they're cross map and get the kills, then
getting a little bit caught here. Gets the ultimate down.
It doesn't have the
Scordy has the Mega Nar coming in, and that's the wall slam once more as Hikoge gets the tier 1 in the mid lane as well. A lot of gold being funneled into the pockets of Tenacity.
Tenacity is doing really well in the sense that they don't give like 5v5 team fights. All they're doing is like looking for picks, looking for setups, and then when enemy either has the same amount of numbers or less, then Akali and Dash Arrow with the Jarvan, they can just look for picks, get like 1 or 2 guys down, and never really like 5v5 team fight, where enemy can just like...
Ooh, Hikoge gets the ultimate on here and just has the basic ones and he's out. I don't even think he had to flash. Did he?
Someone needs to respond to the bot play now, as we see Vayne. Akali still has TP as well, they can threaten the Baron now.
And now, yeah, the Baron initiation comes through as they're clearing the wards here, getting all that vision denied. Only one who is in the range to respond to it is Gunnix, and I don't think he's gonna do anything alone about that. That's the Baron.
We have a lot of support for Tenacity in the chat now with the Baron going down as well. Keep spamming your trees. See if they can close it out now properly as well.
They wouldn't have won without the trees. Trust. I mean, they haven't still won, but you know, it's kinda looking grim for Turtles, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Canix! Wait, did somebody try to TP just now? Oh wait, wait, what? Did he mispress TP instead of flash?
Could
wait, what? Canix? Question mark? What is going on?
Tournament nurse.
Yeah, something like that. Or maybe he... Yeah. Just
Had
in the...
his...
Just in
Yeah,
the sewer
so-
power spike. True. Okay, Higoga going in once more, and we have seen this scene play out before. As again, the 1v1 of the mid laners goes down. And it has played out every single time the same way.
Tenacity looking to close now. With Ariana dead, 5v4.
Okay, and now how can I maybe look into engage here, get something for Organics to work with, but no. Nothing comes true as they all just back out on the Tenacity side.
Discipline play, they don't have to go for the finish and flip it. Akali still has TP, they can pick up the bot wave, get the tier 2, and maybe back off of that. Or if Tails gives them a fight, then they can perhaps look to fight and then from there, but really good macro play to rotate there and not just go for the Nexus turrets.
Okay, but Scordy just jumping in, getting that stun in again. Wompo coming in as well. Now the Wompo combo finally happening on the turtle side, and I do think they get Moppo down, but they pay the price with 3 additional members as Hikage comes in, gets another pick. I don't think there is any escape for Phoenix as well, and this might just be the end of the game. Oh damn.
So much damage from the Tenacity side. Akali, Ashe free hitting there with 2.5 more items. Like, this is very well played by Tenacity. Very controlled game as well.
Yeah, honestly, I can see why their like win streak has been going so far. It's just the discipline itself, I think, is the key word.